Good morning. Still morning, 11:30 on this, say, 20th of February, 19th of February, something like that, day 2025. And I'm taking the unguided, unconventional path, road to Mount Lofty. So, which apparently has magnificent views over Adelaide. And I was going to take a guided tour and then kind of thought, well, I can't be bothered. It all sounded like too much hassle getting to the right place, etc. So I took a local bus, got off at the stop that looked nearest to a road/trail I could take to the top, and that's what brings me to this road. I thought this might be some sort of wilderness area, and it does feel a bit wild, but in fairness, there are some absolutely magnificent properties up here. I've passed a number of them. My guess is it's a very exclusive neighbourhood here up on the mountain. Now that is definitely advice worth taking. I don't want to be trampled to death out here or run over, which seem to be the two major hazards if you come this route to Mount Lofty. This isn't one of those desirable properties, I don't think, and though it's got magnificent views, maybe in need of some renovation. So here we are, my two destinations today, all on one signpost. So I'm going to go to Mount Lofty Summit first, and then to Cleland Wildlife Park. And look, Stephanie, if you're watching this, as we've discussed before, all summits should have a cafe, and this one doesn't disappoint, at least not on the sign anyway. I hope it's open. Oh well. Nepal, if anyone from the government there is watching, certainly from Scotland, Ben Nevis, obviously the Matterhorn, etc. Look, this is the way to do a summit. You have a bar, you have a cafe, you have a gift shop. So well done, Australia. You've got this right. And look at the views you get from the top here. Absolutely tremendous. A little bit hazy, but really, really exceptional.
In fact, we were staying at a place up in the up way up the Andes, near Lake Titicaca,
So one final look from this amazing vantage point. Lots of butterflies fluttering around beneath my feet in the kind of bushes there. And got some hills in the distance, and a flat land, then the sea. There's the airport. Can't see any planes coming into land or taking off, but there will be. Adelaide, which looks, the central part looks like it's been planned like a square, and then like parkland around the outside. And it is a very, very beautiful city, Adelaide, no doubt about that. But time to go and head to this nature wildlife park. Another monument in commemoration of Flinders. This is Flinders Column in honour of Matthew Flinders, commander of the Investigator, who from Kangaroo Head, Kangaroo Island, discovered and named Mount Lofty on Tuesday the 23rd of March 1802. This does look like a fantastic area to explore. Lots of trails for cycling, hiking, trail running. Right, I'm assuming this is good. 3.8 kilometres, that sounds good. If I can walk through the bush, that would be good, but I don't want to get lost. This trail is really good, actually. My fears of it being very hard to follow, unfounded. It's well marked, and I'm well on my way now to the wildlife encounter. It's beautiful walking through the trees and the scrubland, and nice not having to worry about navigation, just enjoy the environment. Got about half an hour to go on this track, and then I should be there. What a lovely way to spend a day. So just reaffirming I'm on the right track here. Cleland Wildlife Park, 1.85 kilometres in this direction. About a kilometre to go now before the wildlife park. And in fairness, my improvised road route I enjoyed coming up, but it is nicer to be on a trail. Absolutely fantastic. Nice views. I really like the scenery. The trees are very vibrant. I mean, it does help having polarised glasses on. It takes out some of the haze. And it's a shame I didn't have a polarizer on either the iPhone camera or on my Panasonic, but nevertheless I took a few shots from the top. They'll be a bit hazy, I'm sure. Right, looking forward to this wildlife encounter. You know, if you are in the area, the trails around here are very, very well marked and easy to follow, and you do feel like it's nice. I feel totally alone out here. Look, really exceptional, while still feeling I'm not in danger of wandering off the track, never to be seen or heard of again. So just 500 metres to go, half a kilometre, almost there. What a wonderful walk. Very, very enjoyable. And now time to experience some of the animals, the local animals, and find out a bit more about them. You just can't trust the animals around here. All right, cafe entry free. Right, we're going in. Cleland Wildlife Park entrance. Okay. If you blink, you would miss this. It's a good job. It's quite camouflaged, but luckily I found it. And I can see there's an entry. That's a big cafe sign there. I don't know if a neutron bomb's gone off, but there's absolutely no people around. So just planning out the plan of attack here at Cleland Wildlife Park. Obviously the first thing I've encountered is the cafe, and very good. A very nice bottle of Chardonnay there, just to ease down a vegetable pasty, which was very nice. Right, now, definitely want to go and see the pelicans at some point. There's various experiences, much of which I've missed already, but there's a dingo talk at 2:30. Now, I wasn't aware that dingoes did talk, so that'll be very interesting to hear what they've got to say. Now, you won't be surprised to know I know absolutely nothing about John Burton Cleland, apart from that this park was named after him, and this area, in fact. But he did live a good long life. Look, 1879 to 1971. Excitement building now. Look at koalas, dingoes and wetlands in this direction. But let's see what's in this one first. I see some birds. Pigeon-like. I think the animals have escaped. There's nothing in there. I don't know if they're anywhere else. Right. 2 enclosures, 0 animals seen so far. Could have gone better, but I'm hopeful that the rest of the park, the animals will be a bit more conspicuous. Seem to have separated the dingoes from the wetlands and koalas. Probably very wise. Some sort of case, wasn't there, in the Australian outback involving dingoes a little while ago. Can't remember the exact details. Oh, I'll take push. That would explain why it's not opening. Right. Apparently we've got bush birds, wallabies, wetlands and koalas. Let's go down this way. Still not seen one animal other than pigeons, which I don't know if that counts. Well, they are an animal. I think there's very little argument about that. Speak too soon. There's a koala. Oh, and more than one koala. I don't know what the collective noun is for koalas, but there are 2 of them there, and there's another one, at least another one on another tree. Oh, beautiful. Oh, putting on a bit of a show now. I don't know what it's going to do at the top. I hope it's not going to jump. According to the man to my right there, koalas speak a combination of English and some sort of gibberish. time to get out the Panasonic and get some close-ups of these magnificent creatures. Well, it's beautiful here. The koalas just above me. Now, any photographers out there, it seems to me that one thing you don't have to worry about when you're photographing koalas is a fast shutter speed. Not the swiftest of animals from what I've seen. I'm not an expert. And maybe they're not the only koalas in town, because koalas and wetlands are also this way. So let's press on. There's wildlife on the path here. Oh, same to you. I mean, that might have been a friendly greeting. Not sure. Well, there's a koala. That's not a koala, but there's a koala loft. No idea why koalas would need a loft, but they've got one. Okay, so more bird life here, blocking the path. Oh, magnificent. There's one with a huge beak. Oh, yes, and a pelican. That's it. Oh, yes, I do like a pelican. They look magnificent. So let's get this one with a very black beak in front of me. Looks like a zebra crossing in bird form. And then there's some pelicans. Or apparently some turtles around as well. So all sorts going on in here. There's the pelicans over there, doing what they do, which for one of them is not a lot. The other one is very vigorously pecking away at his neck with his beak for reasons best known to itself. All right, let's have a look at this bird with the white and black bird here. It seems to be inspired by the pelican. And is also using its beak to kind of stab itself with its feathers. And now it's kind of, oh, I was going to say it's relaxed, but apparently not. It's still going for it. Great to see. Now, my daughter's fiance, Antoine, who is a very keen wildlife photographer, would absolutely love it here. So Sarah, Antoine, you need to get yourself here someday. This is tremendous. All sorts of strange sounds coming from the ducks and the birds around here. I don't know what their problem is, really. There's no need for it. And the black swan, or I assume it's a black swan, doesn't want to be photographed for YouTube. I'm not going to let him get away with that. There you are. Yes, it makes an appearance. You know, they should know they're in Australia. Surely English guys, English. I'm going to press on, but I think I might come back to this spot. It really is beautiful. I'm heading towards the swamp aviary now. It does feel very swamp-like with the kind of brown, silty water, the reeds. And I'm just wondering what I'm going to come across. Well, aviary sounds like there's some sort of bird enclosure. Oh, something going on there. Yes, I think I've seen one of those with a red beak. Just crossing another bridge. Oh yes, I can see the aviary. There it is. Let's go and see what's inside. I hope this is all right. Taking my life in my hands, because I saw that sign on the road earlier where you could get squashed by a kangaroo. There's a big yellow warning sign. Now, whether these are kangaroos, they're some sort of kangaroo-like animal, not bouncing around at the moment. Being quite placid. But there you are, just out in the wild. Not behind a fence. Not sure if that's wise. But anyway, I venture into the aviary. Please ensure this door is closed before the other door is open. Right, okay, I'm inside. There's a slightly Hitchcock-like feel to this. Lots of birds around. A lot of them with very menacing looking beaks. All sorts of colours. 2 green ones just flew by at great speed. Oh, look at this. This is tremendous. One came very close to me there, just checking me out, I feel. There's very brightly coloured ones there. Now, I would like to be able to give you some David Attenborough-like commentary with my knowledge of these birds. Unfortunately, literally unable to do that, don't know enough about them. The best I can do is some sort of Alan Partridge-light kind of observations on what is going on around me.
What was they calling them? I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry.
Welcome to Cleveland, guys. My name is Zara, and these are our beautiful dingoes. Want that? No, I didn't think so. This one, dust. Yeah. That's the one. Good boy. That one for you. Yeah. All right.
She's got a meeting out of the palm of her hand.
So these boys here are our stunning dingoes. So first up here we have Warrigal. Warrigal is the alpha of the pack, so he is in charge. On your place. He tells everyone what to do. Yeah, I know, Jimba's in his spot. Jimba, here. Good, there you go. Alright, so Warrigal being the alpha, that means that he eats first. He's in charge and the others do as they're told. Second place, or the beta of the pack here, is Dusty. Dusty would love to be in first place. Warrigal says absolutely not, and so he is in second. And then on the bottom of the pack, we've got beautiful Jimba, our gentle giant. Good boy. So these boys are about 9.5 years old, and we've had them since they were only 3-month-old puppies. So they're very, very used to us, and this has been their home for essentially their whole life. Good boy, which is why we can come in with them, and they're quite happy to let us do that. Good boys. So in the wild as well, dingoes follow a very strict hierarchy. So generally in the wild and in captivity as well, dingoes are actually matriarchal. So what that means is that the girls, girls are on top of the pack, boys are on the bottom. So our boys are quite lucky that there are no females in here, because that means that they get to take up the top 3 positions. If there were any females at all, they would all be on top of all of these boys, and these boys are, because of that, they are below the ladies. Good job. Good boy. So when we had them when they were little, when they first arrived, there wasn't really too much hierarchy going on. They were just happy to be puppies and live their life. But as they grew older and became adults and they sort of worked out what they were doing, that's when the hierarchy came into play. So it's super important for us as well that we follow this hierarchy. We don't want to cause any fights, we don't want to cause any issues, and so that's why we always respect the order of the dingo. They've tricked me, so I've not had them under here before. So welcome to Cleveland, guys. My name is Zara, and these are our beautiful Tasmanian devils. So they're both kind of under the log there, you see a sneaky tail hanging out the end. They're both females, about 1.5 years old, and their names are Harpy and Chimera. We've had them here for about 6 weeks now, so they're the newest animals at the park, so pretty shy, pretty quiet. It's quite uncommon for them to come all the way out during the talk, but hopefully any day now, or they should at least sneak forward and grab their snacks. So these guys get a little tiny breakfast, so they got a chicken drumstick each this morning. And other than that, this is essentially their main feed for the day. So these guys are carnivorous, so they only eat meat, but they're not the most proficient hunters. You're not going to see devils chasing down wallabies or anything like that. They prefer to live on the lazier side of life, and they're actually scavengers. So they take all of their food from other animals. So it can be if something, say a quoll has killed itself a wallaby or a pademelon, might have a little bit left over that it leaves behind, and that's where the devils come in. So some people call them the clean-up crew of Tasmania, and that's because you'll very rarely find a carcass lying around, and that's thanks to these guys. So most animals will pick and choose the best parts of the carcass as well, so the nice muscly bits, nice meaty parts, all the fat chunks, that's all sort of the top tier food. Devils are not so particular. They'll eat the fur, the bones, echidna spines, anything like that. They'll actually swallow and digest them. So a very unusual method of eating, I suppose, to what other carnivores follow, and that's why it's so easy for them to, we're thinking about it, it's so easy for them to get themselves some dinner, because they're not particular at all. So this one is Harpy. Harpy is a more confident lady. In captivity, devils get to about 6 or 7 years old, so being only 1.5, our girls are quite young still, so we should have quite a few years with them if we're lucky, which is what we're hoping
Girls
for.
out here, we've got like a grandma, a mum and a granddaughter, and then just like a friendly neighbour who likes to just hang out with them. And I've just given them a nice, we call it dessert leaf. So it's like all the fresh regrowth on the tops of the trees, so it smells really good, and it's also got a very high moisture content, so it tastes really good as well. You can see the difference between like a mature leaf. I'll show you. So if you have a look at the leaves, you've got like the really old mature leaves. You can have a smell of them too if you want to crush them up, have a smell. And then you look at these ones, and they're a lot lighter, and they're a bit more plump.
So these wallabies have got ringed tails. There's one looking up at me. Lovely. Look at that, bouncing around. That one's tail seems to be plain in comparison, but those two definitely got the ringed tails. What a magnificent position this wildlife park is in. Look at that, you can overlooking the city there of Adelaide in the distance. We're up in the hills in amongst the eucalyptus trees, and it's absolutely magnificent. Beautiful day. I'm just about to look at these yellow-footed rock wallabies. They can jump 4 meters between the rocks. There they are at the moment, in the rocks. Just seeing if I can see their feet. Not really, the feet hidden by the rocks. Oh, there's one kind of clambering around a little bit. Oh, there's one jumping around on the rocks there, up there. So they're 4 feet they can jump. No, 4 meters they can jump. I've just seen an emu strolling around. These huge birds. Oh. Enjoying the shade on this warm summer's afternoon. See if I can get a bit closer. I don't know if it's actually going to do anything. Oh, it is. It's walking. It's walking very slowly, but progress it is making. Seems to be trying to decide what to do. This one is rather menacingly moving towards me now at this point. I don't know if it thinks I've got food for it. It's marching on slowly. Well, I do seem to have got a few more subscribers recently, and so maybe in honour of that I should increase the level of danger I subject myself to in order to get viewers. So I have got a packet of what is proclaimed to be kangaroo food, and I'm going to attempt to feed these ferocious beasts. Wish me luck. Enjoyable? No thank yous? Okay, well, hope you enjoyed it. Now, in fairness, I thought you'd just been a bit ungrateful, kind of refusing my second helping, but he seems to be taking longer than I anticipated to actually chew through the first lot of food that I gave him. He's now like ready for more, I feel, right? So I shall give him some. I say him, I mean, it could equally well be a 50-50 shot. No idea if it's a boy or a girl. Look, it takes a while to, obviously pretty chewy, whatever is in those things. I have been assured they are. It is kangaroo food, and he seems quite appreciative, really. Just take this time. I'm saying he, as I said, I'm going to go for a he. No idea. They are just, well, I hope you appreciated that. Maybe give some to your friends. Well, I've had an absolutely wonderful afternoon here. Really enjoyable seeing some of the animals and just relaxing in this beautiful environment. Surrounded by trees, sun's out, a little bit of a breeze, quite a cooling breeze. So it's been ideal, like a really, really nice British summer's day. So I think that's pretty much it here from South Australia. Adelaide, what a lovely place. Highly recommend a visit if you've never been. I certainly would love to come back. Tomorrow I fly to Brisbane, so see you then.